Yeah, he's still. This guy's gonna knock a few balls around.
Alright, let me turn that down.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to take your phone to. Yeah. All right, Steve's gonna go check on payouts. And these guys are about to start.
Alright.
And we have some payouts coming in. Oh, this is first one, right?
Yep. So, on the tournament side, playing 6 places.
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Yeah. On the tournament side, paying 6 places, 900 for first, 450 for second, 250 for third, 100 for fourth, and fifth and sixth will get their money back, $50. On the Calcutta side, there was $2,460 in tournament, $1,200 for first, $700 for second, $400 for third, and fourth will get $160.
So if the oh, sorry, my mic's a little close to my mouth.
Interesting.
So if Skyler were to happen to win it, the 17 team corporation, they'll make a little bit of money. I mean, not like nothing they can retire on, but they'll probably
Pay for their weekend.
yeah.
Maybe.
It looks like Joseph won the flip and pushed out.
I'm surprised to see the tournament money so top heavy.
They were discussing a round of, or the final 16 player Calcutta, and I don't think it'll get a whole lot of interest, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I don't either.
Because what are you going to do, pay out 3 places? Like, I mean, if you don't include Fedor and Skyler, then you might get some interest, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. That'll come tomorrow, I'm sure.
Well, since we know that Fedor and Skyler are both on the winner's side, that means you're excluding them. You have 6 winners eligible and 8 on the one last, and 2 of those winners will be facing Fedor and Skyler out the gate.
Right.
So there will be some, and with the bracket already drawn, I just don't know. Whoever's going to meet them last might get some premium.
But is there any value in, okay, you're doing the final 16 player Calcutta. So do you want to spend $200 on Sky, knowing that the rest of the players are going to go for 10 and 20? Like, I don't know. Like, who knows?
They're not going to include Fedor and Sky.
Okay.
At all. They won't even be. It'll be like, okay, if they win first and second, then it's
right.
Third place is first, and
correct. Yeah.
Seems. Yeah. I have.
We'll see what happens. He did not mean to make that ball, so now he has funky shot on the 3. I think he's just going to kick into it for a good hit. 3 ball should stay put. Oh, okay. He's hooked again, though.
Jim Monday said before they changed the rules in pro tournaments because of Corey Doole's soft break, I watched him break and run 9 racks and 9 ball in race 11 years ago. Who? Are you talking about Corey?
No, yeah, I'm sure he's talking about Corey. And the thing is, like, you can't ever really fault Corey. He just he sees the rules that he's allowed to play within, and then he just goes with what's allowed. Like, he's not breaking any rules when he's soft broke in the U.S. Open or whenever he, like, pattern racks. Like, if there's a rule that says you are not allowed to pattern rack, then he's not breaking any rules. I mean, he might be kind of, like, I mean, this is going to sound harsh. He might be a little bit of a loser by doing that stuff. Where, like,
looking for an edge.
20 hours a day, like, you know, but whatever works for him. But there are people that will call him, you know, oh, that guy's a cheater. He's not a cheater. He's not breaking any rules. What he's doing might be unethical, but he's definitely not cheating. Well, after a few good kick shots, Joseph Fronek looks like he's going to be on the board 1-0. Possible Black Cat in play. But with those kick shots he just made, man, I can't really see him missing the shot. Good shot. Good out.
So I have my own story regarding this running out a lot of racks. I watched Earl the Pearl break and run 11 racks 5 years before the famous challenge, $1 Million Challenge,
Right.
in a tournament in South Carolina. My dad and I was videotaping it on old school VHS tapes, and unfortunately lost them. But in the last rack, the guy gave him the 4 out. Earl had broken ran 10 racks.
He conceded the rack.
He conceded a rack with at the 4 ball.
Might as well get it over with. I don't want to sit there and watch that, you know. Like,
it was actually before Texas Express rules, where it was not ball on hand in the anywhere. It was any balls that were pocketed were spotted, and clear back then.
well, also at Texas Express, you could push out at any time. And then if your opponent takes it, whoever misses a shot after the push, I think it's ball in hand then, right? Ain't that how they play that?
I don't remember.
2-shot push out is what they call it. I don't know. Like, I just know they used to play a way where you could just push out at any time, and then your opponent could take the shot or pass it back. But whoever took it, if you missed, you give a ball in hand. I'm not sure exactly the name of how they play that. I know that Keith McCready was famous for, like, dominating, playing like that. He would just roll out to, like, a table-length cut, and then, you know, what do? Like, you pass it back, you know he's going to make it, but you know that you can't make it. And right on cue, Brian scratches on the break.
Is that the 3-9 that looks almost
That was
wire?
a hell of a break. Every ball went past the side pocket.
Every ball, yep.
Looks like he's on the 1 ball. I think the 2 ball dropped.
Yeah, so he gets to play the...
He came a little too far.
Oh, that must be the 6 ball up there by the 9.
Yeah, so now he's got to do some traveling to get on the 4, and he might scratch.
It's close. Good shot.
Now the 5's a little tricky unless he can cheat a little bit.
Yeah, he can.
No, he
cheat
shot that
enough
straight in.
to-
Never mind. He had more angle than I thought.
That's close. Let's just say the cue
This
ball
guy's
wants to
making these
move away.
runouts look awfully stressful.
That's stressful.
I
It's
mean,
an
last rack
interesting-
he hooked himself 3 times and kicked them all in, and then this one he's just. I think he can cut this in. I thought this shot was easier than last shot, but now you might have somebody watch the hit. To be honest. All right, Steve, go out there and watch it.
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Steve's in here; he'll watch it.
I can.
Steve, go watch the hit.
All right, I'll go.
No, I'm
watch.
just kidding. I'm not putting that on you. I'm just joking.
I have become a fan of having non-shooting player in the game video and scroll back and slow-mo. That way you get it right. It doesn't take that long with today's technology.
Let's see here.
Look, because you just can't call that. You can't call that bad, ever.
Yeah, but I have a flip phone, though, so what am I supposed to do?
A flood phone?
Flip phone.
Oh.
Like, what do I do, you know?
Well, I see a much different phone than flip phone sitting on the charger.
That's not mine. I don't know whose that is. Oh, did he scratch?
Nope.
Like I said, man, this guy is definitely a ball maker.
Yep.
I wonder what he went for in the Calcutta.
There's a lot of people here that would have known that this guy can play if anybody knew that he could play. People from all over. You know, if you're a lone wolf going to a remote area, you can get away with it. But we got people from all over. Has the second football game started yet?
I'm sure it has. 7:30?
7:30, I'm sure it has, yes.
Either started at 7 or 7:30, so it might be just kicking off.
So we know the AFC Championship game will be at Arrowhead Stadium.
It's a good break. I don't think you can see any of the one.
A sliver. We can see a sliver, and I.
Yeah, but do you want to sliver that side? How can you avoid scratching if you?
I don't want to. Well, if you hit just enough sliver, you can roll the ball toward the center of the table and get the cue ball back down here. But man, that's tough to execute. Shot.
I think he
small margin of error.
Scratches. I mean, I think it's easier just to
Pat Akers has joined us.
Just kick under it one rail. You might hook him behind the 8.
There's always the
out.
push. There's always the push technique.
Now you can see the right edge of the ball.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of that push.
He gave it back.
Yeah.
He didn't really look at it too hard, though. Yeah, he was explaining that he wanted the cue ball over a little further.
I mean, if you like your speed on these kick shots, you can get a nice defense there. It's a little strong. If you can hit that a little forward, you can hide behind the 8 ball.
Well, it looks like we'll see a cross-side bank with a 3-rail shape. One, two, three.
There it is.
Roll the 9. Give us viewers something to, like, sweat. No, I'm just kidding. 3's a little tricky to get on. You got to use a lot of inside.
He did roll the 9 as you requested.
Yeah, or it rolled half a rotation. Not really what I was looking for.
You're wanting it to roll towards a hole.
I was wanting to go 4 or 5 rails. So if he can just hold it together, it looks like this is a pretty standard out, unless he gets dead straight on the floor. Looks like he's...
Yeah, I'll take another drink. Captain Dice.
Pretty straight here. If the 5 passes the 9, he can come straight back. And I don't mind coming straight back, because if you come too far, you can shoot the 5 on the side.
I like coming back because you don't have to worry about wobbling the ball. You're shooting it straight.
Well, he has no choice but to come back. He's dead straight on it.
I've played that with top before.
Ooh, tricky. I hate this shot. I hate every shot unless it's ball in hand with the ball in the hole.
This is a one hole player saying I hate every shot.
Every shot, I hate it. I mean, what can he do here? Inside English and go 2 rails?
He just
2 rails and up. Good shot.
Brian's a sneaky good player. A lot of people don't know how well he plays, I don't think.
I know.
He won a tournament at O'Brien's a few years ago that nobody thought he had any business winning. And I didn't know him at the time, and then I played him in a tournament with the Eagles not long after that, and I was like, damn, this guy plays good.
Yeah.
His stance is a little...
Well, I know. I think that just has something to do with his neck. He has a neck issue. But back in the day, I'm doing air quotes. I don't think his stance has always been like that. Good shot, good out. Maybe we'll have a nice hill with the hometown boy winning.
Yeah, but I like Brian. I didn't realize when I first met him that he is a retired policeman and did all the things that those guys do to serve and protect us.
Yeah, he's somewhat famous here at Evansville. He was on a billboard for 15 years, click it or ticket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's on a billboard. 7-3 Cowboys winning.
You know which one you are.
I thought them getting 7 was heavy. Their defense is good. They beat the Saints pretty easily. I don't know. I just think 7 was a lot. I thought they should be getting 3.
7 means they're not supposed to have a chance to win the money line, right?
I guess. Scratch on the break again. Looks like he's gonna have to play the 2-3 combo.
Here, I'm gonna switch.
But I feel like that happens a lot when you cut break from the rail. It just sucks right into the side pocket.
It does. Yep, it does.
I mean, just get you a 25-ounce break cue and just break from dead center as hard as you can.
He's gonna play the 1 straight past.
This gets a little tricky.
Here comes the 2-3 combo.
But the cue ball's going away from the 2, so it's going to be like that combo earlier, like Sky did. He's play the 2 down. I thought he drew that. I thought he'd follow the cue ball down. But he looks like he's fine.
He shot that with a lot of confidence without much aim time. This guy might have been a real
undercover.
Yes.
Maybe they'll let us have a redo on the Calcutta.
I mean, his style reminds me a lot of Ray Schultz.
Yeah,
and Yarborough, where they're not necessarily playing for pretty shape. They just don't care if they are a little out of line. He's moving the ball around well.
Yeah, but right around here is where you expect him to hang up the 9 so Brian can tie this match up.
Like what a call. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Here we go.
Toby Peterson asked, why isn't Will there? I was surprised to find out that Will wasn't here as well.
Well, one thing people cannot say is I didn't do my job there for the hometown boy.
You did your work for sure.
If anybody's looking to get jinxed or black-hatted, just call me. You're having a good day, I can turn that around. You've never had a DUI, you know what I mean? You never had a speeding ticket, or you never tripped over your own feet. Make it happen.
When it comes to performance review time, I'm going to say, Bivens, I've never had a 5-star review.
There you go.
Jim Monday said, I read one time that they did studies that showed that players were able to break and run more often on a 9-foot table than a bar box. I believe in 9-ball that is impossible.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound correct.
And here's why. The margin of error is larger. Yes, I know they have more room to maneuver, but in 9-ball, it's not really congested on the bar box, which is the biggest thing that a run-out player has to contend with, is congestion. But making a ball on a break is probably the biggest pivotal factor on runouts. And with the pockets being 30% closer on a 7-foot table, you just make balls more often on the break.
Joseph had a real good shot by nudging the 5 a second ago. Now he has a poke out, and I'm not going to use any more jinxes this match. But I wouldn't be surprised if he were to hang this one up. But I'm not going to jinx this man. He's playing well. Good shot.
Yeah, straight in with authority. So where do you feel this Joseph Fronek measures up against some of the other regional players?
I really don't feel like I have a good enough sample size to judge that.
Too early to tell.
I'm not going to bet on him playing whoever, no matter what the range is, because like while there's been a lot of good shots, he also dogged that 9 ball. That wasn't really his fault. That was me jinxing him. But still, you got to fight past that, even though there's nothing he could have done to avoid it. Well, he avoided the scratch that time. Has a shot on the 1, I think.
Ooh, interesting.
Let's go to
change.
the overhead.
Overhead? Well, we haven't used that view in a while.
The overhead shows that the 1
will pass.
It will pass. I think we might have to get a ruler out, or like a dollar bill. Have you ever played the pool game on the cell phone? Like a lot of people pull out a piece of paper to see if it has
straight
a
line.
Yeah. So I think if anyone at home could get out like a piece of paper right now to see if the 1 passes a 7.
I'm sure it passes the.
See, we can use this right here. Like, yeah, it looks like it goes. I think it's close, but I think it goes. We just used a piece of paper to see if it would go. He's going for the side pocket, though, so it's irrelevant.
Safer for sure.
Good shot.
Ooh.
Avoided the scratch, but I think if he's on the 3, it's okay, but I can't tell if that's... Nope, the 2's
got
down
the 2.
table.
Yeah, he's got the 2 down here. Let's go to the front camera. He's going to be shooting at us, yes.
He can see a piece of it, and he has a nice blocker with the 8 ball. So if he can have the cue ball clear the 4,
he can play the 2 ball up underneath the 9 ball and send the cue ball back to where he's shooting from.
I'm scared to hit that much of it. I think I just thin it and leave it on the rail here and just cue ball come up. And even if he can see the 2, he won't be able to do much with it. Well, at least when I'm playing, if I'm trying to put the 2 over here, I'm scared that I'm going to, bad hit it and leave it in front of the pocket. If he doesn't... This is tricky. I mean...
Looks like
where the 3 balls...
Where the 3 balls at, Brian can come short with...
I think this is Joseph shooting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Brian just shot the defense.
Oh. Yeah, he's going to play in...
He's jacking up with a bunch of inside...
Oh, he might have got away with
something
something there, because he went from having no shot to maybe room for bank. We need to change views here.
The banks are closed, so he plays safe. Leaves Brian a shot. That for sure goes.
Boy, this rack is getting my camera views going on, isn't it?
Yep.
Damian Teakin said it's nice to have announcers that don't sound like Farmer Fran from The Waterboy.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that means either, but
the movie Waterboy with Adam Sandler, I just don't know the characters. Well,
Brian
came back a little bit far, but I think he can handle it, but it's just a long stretch. You know what we have not seen? Any uses of the bridge so far.
Well, that's probably not uncommon. On a bar box.
Good shot by Brian. Good speed.
That is a really good shot.
Came a little far. But I still play it in the side. I like side pocket shots. I'm like a lot of people, as soon as a side pocket shot comes up, they just can't stand it. But I'm shooting this in the side.
Yeah, I'm shooting the side down. The speed is very...
Ooh, and that little spin he put on it avoided the collision with the 8. That was another good shot. Sneaky good shot.
Now here I play this 2 rails.
Outside?
Yeah, go around.
Yeah,
the
for
outside.
sure. He looks like he's using inside. It flares out on me, and he used inside, but he like his elbow kicked out. He did a lot of movement that he probably didn't want. Some unwanted movement there.
Sets up a pretty pretty nice finish for Joseph.
Good shot.
I
Now-
thought he could hold better than that, to be honest with you.
Good shot.
Good shot. That's a good shot. Puts him to 4. And we have the sight. It's the one you can't understand.
What's that?
It's the one you can't understand.
Oh.
I know which one he's talking about.
I haven't seen. I think there's a lot of good movies that I've only seen one time. You know, like I don't really rewatch a whole lot of movies. I like movies, but I just don't go back and check them out. I know Adam Sandler has a new stand-up on Netflix, but as far as his movies go, I don't think I've seen any of his movies twice.
Really?
Maybe not Waterboy. Well, Adam Sandler, I think I may have seen a couple times. Did he make a ball?
Yep.
The 6 got a little funny. I guess he'll have to attack that when he gets to the 5 because I can't see him doing it off the 3.
He might be able to do it here.
I think he'll wait for the 5. That was a good shot. Wow, you see that?
Yep.
He might have to do it now. No, he can't. It's gonna hit below the 5 ball.
I don't know. He can get that to grab. Oh, he's playing it the other direction. Yep. Play the defense.
No way.
That's
Nobody's
nutty.
that good.
That's nutty. Yeah, he's stuck like Chuck. Dale Gray says Terry Smith be proud of all of you. Well, that's good. Terry was a
Misses
good
the
dude.
kick. Now he got a little lucky there with that kick because when he collided with the
didn't.
7, the 7 came clear. It came close to.
Yeah, he didn't
Moving
break
the
that.
6'9".
Yeah, he didn't break it.
Looks like he's going after it here on this ball, or do you think he's just rolling up to get behind the 5 to go into
Yeah,
it?
he's just playing shape for the 5 to play into the.
Is he planning on hitting the 9 here? I guess. I was going to say it looked like he didn't have the angle to hit the 9. Obviously, you want to hit the 9 instead of hitting the 6 first.
If he
but
would have played that softer and let the spin take, I think he could have hit
the absolute shot here, and like these are facts that I'm about to tell you guys. You 2-rail kick at the 6 as hard as you can and just let the 9 rip. Now this isn't up for discussion. This is the correct shot. Now let's see if he knows pull. And not hard enough. You know, you hit that a little bit harder.
He plays that defense shift to get separation. That's a good play.
Yeah, man, but still.
I know you don't like it, but it's a good play.
I mean, we've got 50 or so viewers, man. They don't want to see that. They want to see the 9 take off. Is this one of those shots you use a lot of inside spin and hit rail first?
Yep.
It looks like he clipped too much of the 6. Well, a tricky little back cut. Cue ball is going to go for a ride.
And he'll kill it 2 rails in or just let it go.
Yeah, go for a ride.
And get.
But if you noticed about that very first rack that they played, this is nothing for this guy. He's just going to...
I did not get a chance to see that.
That first rack where he kicked in 3... Oh, yeah, you didn't see. You went and got payouts.
I went and got payout information.
Yeah, he kicked in 3 balls.
He kicked one in there, too.
Look, he's going to tie something up. This is unreal. Hold on. No, you should be fine. Shoot the 7 in the side, the 8 in the other side. He's fine.
It's still tricky enough. I mean, he's going to be shooting over a ball or off the rail. I mean,
now here's what I do on accident a lot of time in this situation. I shoot it with follow, but unless I call it on myself, like you can
double hit this.
You can double hit this. This is
That's what I said. With ball in hand.
that looked good.
Yeah, he hit it well. You're supposed to have that watched.
Right.
I mean,
I think it would have been pretty obvious. But yeah, like one thing on when our Vegas team was out there, luckily we had James Rogerio on our team that would literally, like, even if he wasn't playing, he was calling for refs to watch hits every other shot. It was kind of comical.
he learned a lot when we went out the year before. I told him we are.
He's got a pretty good nickname.
Who?
James.
What's his nickname?
The Sweatpants Bandit.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's a pretty good one, you know.
It's applicable for sure. It's interesting. Sweatpants Bandit.
Four 3. Let's go. Let's get a nice close hill match.
I find it interesting that Tyler Cordova has been more active in the pool world than him. Tyler's actually been really active.
Right. Well, I mean, who knows what James has going on?
Right.
Else, you know. Also, I believe. I mean, this is James's personal business, but I'm gonna air him out a little bit. Rumor has it that he's been barred from the Terre Haute APA. So I mean that's why he might not be playing as much, because he's kicked out of the Terre Haute League. That's just rumor. That's not fact. So either way, still a good guy.
What do we got going on here?
Going for the bank.
Playing for the bank.
Does he get away with it? It looks like it.
Let's transition back.
A really easy kick though. This 1-9 combo.
Oh Lord, here he is.
What else do you have here? Are you gonna try to kick it in the side? Like,
no, you try to kill the one, or I'm sorry, kill the Q when you kick the one, and roll up behind the 6. Or there's lots of different plays here. You kick it hard enough to send the one rail. And
let's
back.
watch the 9 ball here. Ooh, he tried to roll it, but he missed it. And
they made another ball.
Kind of hooked again. He can cross bank this up table, I think, without scratching, or he can play safe behind the 4.
Swing him back.
Playing safe behind the 4 is probably safer. Oh no, he just cut it straight in. I didn't think you could see enough of the ball.
Wow,
6 balls going to come into play.
That's a shot.
This guy has been hooked so many times this match.
I'm not sure if that's an accolade or a Achilles heel.
Oh no, it's yeah, I'm sure.
You know,
it's yeah. This match might be out of hand if he hadn't been getting hooked left and right. I'm gonna say that was a bad hit.
Seeing how the object ball didn't move, let's transition back. Let's look at an overhit. Let's see what the table lay is looking like. I'm not a big fan of the ball sitting there on the side rail. 8 ball.
Speed is big here.
Looks like he's okay. Oh, he tried to
No, it's
hold
good.
it.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Boy, that
6 to the 7. I hate the shot on the 7, even with ball in hand.
That's like perf. He couldn't.
Can we go a different angle here?
Yeah.
Because right there, you can't really see much of anything. Yeah.
2 rails. He can come right into...
You don't like one rail across, or do you think he has to hit it too hard?
I don't. I like coming into the area. 1 rail speeds such a...
See, I like the 1 rail like that. But it's still, regardless, it's such a... I hate this shot.
That's why I like coming into it, because you can lay into the rail. But yeah, I don't like this shot. And for a good reason.
Well,
Two-way. He played 2-way.
I don't think he played a 2-way there. I think he was going straight safety the whole way.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I mean, he got so good on it. You know, like, I really can't imagine him.
How do you...
That shot was so, you know, it was, like I said, I hate that shot. I wouldn't have
There
shot.
we go.
I would have played straight defense just like Brian did there.
Is he jumping? Are we getting a short hop jump?
I think he's going to graze the top of the 9. Oh, he missed both balls.
Yeah.
Just concede the rack and give it to the hometown guy and tie it up 4-4.
Nope.
Rightfully so.
Nope.
He
Nope.
should make him shoot.
No concession. Brian gets to roll forward, and he doesn't.
Or
He stops.
Yeah, that should be fine. Good out.
Tie
4-4.
ball game. Got a race to 3 on our hands, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. It is. Let's see. How else is how we doing here? So Chris Austin defeated
Ooh, there's
Terry
some bad
Schmidt.
blood there, so I hopefully
Ray and Chris. That's an interesting
dude, I hope
matchup.
that it won't be the TV match, but I wish it was.
Randy Johnson, who went in $30 into Calcutta, alive in the final 8 of the winners bracket. I almost bid on him. I thought $30 was too cheap, but I didn't like that they're only paying 4.
Well, just you should have formed a little corporation, like the people that bought Skyler Woodward did. They went in and they got 17 people together, put in their money, and they bought themselves a pretty good horse.
I got in the middle of that action. Actually.
Oh, you're one of the 17?
I one of 17.
That's cool.
So we can win $10, maybe 20.
You know, profit's profit. You know, you can't be picky.
That's right. If you can bet the money line and not pay odds, you're supposed to do it, right?
Yes.
And that's what we kind of did.
Now we just need, or not we, you need to make sure that he gets in bed at a decent hour. Like, he's done for the day now. You need to go make sure that he's asleep. He needs to get a full 10 hours rest.
Dude, I have to be at work at 5 a.m. I'm not going to be a contributor to his partying.
No, I'm saying make sure he doesn't party. Make sure
you're
he's
telling
in
me to
bed.
take him home?
Yes.
I do have a table he could practice on.
You think they'll still make money if they split that all those ways?
The 17 people, they're going to profit a little bit. There were 17 people that, did you know that? 17 people piled their money together and bought Skyler.
Well, I mean, it's not even worth it, though.
They think so.
Well, he went for what, 520? So
520, yeah.
So if he gets second place, you get 3-2. 3-2 on second place.
Well, you profit still on third. Barely.
No.
Uh-huh.
No. 400 payout on a 520. You lose on third.
How much? So 400.
400 divided by 520, so
$15 loss.
something like that. Yep.
Oh no, wait. It's a lot less than that with 17 people. It's the 17-man secret corporate. Oh, not so secret. Boyer just revealed that he's a part of the 17 people. I know it was Brian Payne, Steve Boyer, and then 15 others.
Derek Bivens.
You do not need to be spreading my business on the internet. I may have been one of the
We're not on the
Secret
internet.
Sus-
We're not on the internet.
I might have
We
been
didn't type it. See if
a member of the secret society of the Skyler. All right, well, Hebbeler makes a kind of misplayed safety. He gives Joseph Fronek an easy shot on the 1. 2 to 3 doesn't look like an issue, but they're being awfully talkative to one another. I'm the opposite. I don't want to talk about anything. 1 rail across, maybe 2 rails for the 4, and he misses the 3. I mean, he's literally talking to Brian as he's shooting. Like, there's no way that can help you make a ball. Even though Brian has a makeable shot on the 3, I don't see how he can get a good shot on the 4.
I actually think your shot's probably the best play here.
What's that?
Or is that the 6 down by the 9 ball?
Yeah, that's the 6.
Oh,
We got
darn
the
it.
4 here.
Oh, Lord.
The
The 3's over here.
Jim Monday says, sounds a little nitty going in 17 ways on a Calcutta. Jim Monday, with that comment, you've really got me steaming. We had a goal, the 17 of us, and we have one common bond. We bought a pro player. Don't judge us.
I believe it was actually deflection. Hey, instead of everybody bidding against each other, let's play on the same team.
No, we actually had a GoFundMe set up before the tournament, pulling together money for Sky Woodward to buy him in the Calcutta. Well, Brian made a good shot on the 3. I think he just played for the make. This bank's a little tricky. Looks like he he has to hold it a little. Definitely makeable. Shape on the 5's guaranteed. Oh, he goes for the cut. I thought he'd bank that ball.
We need to change camera angles.
Oh, I know you
There
are,
we go.
Jim. I'm just joking with you too, buddy.
Oh, yeah, we're just having fun.
You're named after my least favorite day of the week, but I still like you. This ball's gonna travel a little further than he wanted.
Sorry
It's
about
gonna
that.
be kind of hard to hold this on the inside of the 6. I think. Does he go back and forth
I think
3
I
times?
think
Yes, he does.
that's still
Play the 9 here.
yeah, I think you have to. How do you play the middle ball here? Do you play it to play it 2-way, or you just
No, I'm just going straight 9. I'm using the cue ball to make the 9 though. I'm not shooting the 6-9 combo.
see? I think you can play the 6-9 combo and play 2 ways out
There's
of it.
a scratch maybe there. I just like using the cue ball because there's no scratch at all, and I don't think it's that hard of a shot. We'll see what he comes up with. I don't like just going straight offense on the 6. Well, he's going to play the 6-9 combo. Good shot.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
5-4.
I need to run to the restroom for a minute, sir.
I mean, what a rookie. He has 1 drink and now he needs to go to the bathroom. Off and on, I was waiting for Steve to come back. What's up?
Oh, where's he at?
Bathroom. Number 2, and I think. Ooh, comes up a little short on the bank, makes it twice for a straight in, shapes on the deuce.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of compliments, so I guess that means we're doing all right. You been watching it all, or?
I've been busy playing. Actually, I played that. What was that guy's name?
I just saw Hebbeler make a 2-rail 1 ball. That was cool to watch.
It was intentional also.
Yeah.
I want to let everybody know that's the last TV game tonight.
It'll be the last TV match.
Last 16 people.
All right. So,
Bring up the bracket real quick.
So
I thought they might have another loser match. We've just been informed this is the last stream match of the night.
looks like they have all the matches.
I thought they were going to play down to 8 though in the losers.
I thought so too. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But
they have these matches in process, right?
What about like the other ones that aren't? Oh,
they're
Terry
in process.
Rowe wins
Over Canary, 7-2. Wow.
Kissinger wins. Yeah, there's no.
Right.
I mean,
1,
Chris
2,
Brown
3.
could play next.
Yeah.
Some match in progress.
That they must be getting ready to call that, perhaps.
It could be the loser of this match goes there.
No? Oh, could be. No, I don't think so.
Well, then what match goes there? Go back.
Oh, wait a minute. Loser of 57. Yep. The loser of this match will go there.
I mean, that wouldn't be a
I don't-
bad match.
I don't know why we wouldn't televise that.
Who was it on the loser that's waiting? Loser
Chris
57, Chris Brown.
Chris
Yeah,
Brown.
that'd be a good match either
Yeah.
way. But we'll see what they want to do.
Maybe they have another match. Well, it doesn't matter.
Speaking of Eric Canary, did you know that he does people's taxes?
He does? Oh, he did mine.
Yes,
He did mine.
he has his own tax business, Premier Tax Solutions, and just in time for tax refund season. So if you just want to get if you want to get robbed on your refund, going with these
H&R Block.
yeah, if you're okay with being robbed, by all means, go with anybody besides Eric. But if you want the absolute most that you can get back, maybe even more than what you're supposed to, see my man Eric.
Woo.
I was just kidding about the last thing. He does everything fair and square.
He made me a pretty good deal. He said, Steve, I will do your taxes for the same amount that it costs you to do your own taxes on TurboTax. I said, well, how can I argue that? If I'm going to pay somebody, I might as well pay somebody
great.
I know.
Yeah.
And have someone who's got some education behind doing the taxes. So
Brian just made a great shot on the 4-ball.
that
with
was a
shapes on
great
the
shot. Is the score right? 5-4?
I believe so.
Brian's still very much in this match. Very much in this match. I would say he's highly favored. Tie it up.
Oh, don't do it. Oh.
That's a
Yeah, but you still got to stay down on this ball though. Just because you avoided the scratch, you can't take this ball for granted.
no,
Good
because
shot.
you're letting the cue ball move up table now.
I'm really thinking so far what's come into play with this match, what was pretty big, was my jinxing of Joseph earlier.
Oh, what? Huge.
It goes 3-1.
3-1 instead of
2-2.
Yep.
I legit feel bad about that, so I won't be using any jinxes on Hebbeler, but Joseph's next round match, I'm gonna help him out. 5-5. I think
Race to 2. This is absolutely the best match we've had as far as equal
what was the France
competition.
score? What did France get to? 4?
7-4.
So this will be the most racks played in a match that we've had on stream.
Yes,
There'll be at least 12.
at least 12.
And Brian
So,
got Brian with ball in hand.
so if what they're telling us is right, it's now 8 o'clock. This match is maybe 20 minutes from being over. We're going to be done by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but I don't see
That's
why they
nuts.
don't just let Chris Brown and the loser of this play on.
They don't want them to play on this table, evidently. I don't
Kevin
know why
Westman
that's
played on
pertinent.
it twice.
Yep.
But that's what the people want to see. You got Fedor playing on the TV table twice, and you got Kevin Wesselman playing on the TV twice. What else do you need? You know, like let's just end the stream now. He gets a little straight on the 4, I think. No, we can go one rail down and then back up. I like this shot going straight down. A lot of people like drawing over. I hate drawing over. I like following it.
Yep. Into the rail and back out. Yep. Just like that.
See, yeah, but I would have went above it, I think. But this is probably an easier shot for him. I know he meant to get straighter than this, but I hit it a little harder and just come above it because I like this way going down instead of I hate crossing the side pocket. Somehow the points just stick out while I'm shooting,
They do.
and then they go back to normal. He's going to hug the rail and does not get any love, and I think let's try a different angle here.
I'm going to have to go over top, I believe.
I think he can just hit any part of the 5 and make it.
Yes.
He doesn't have to cut it. He can just.
Any contact. It's inside of the pocket facing.
Do you get fancy here, or do you just tap it
I'm
and shoot
just
the
not
6 up
so
table?
certain he can get to it.
The 8's blocking him.
8's blocking him.
I don't think so. I
Man.
think he goes right by. I think he's fine.
Yep.
Here, now I know this is kind of repetitive, but this is another shot I hate.
You said you hate any shot that's not ball in hand.
Back cut. Oh, he's not back cutting it. Okay, he's gonna shoot
He's
it
straight in the face.
like he shot that pretty hard.
Does he play forward 2 rails behind, or does he
Forward
come
3
over
rails. 1, 2, 3.
back? No, it's 2.
That was. You don't count this as a rail when he went like that. That's what I meant, by the way.
I guess it was 3.
Down now. So you cut this, and do you draw it down to the bottom rail, or you just shoot it? He just shoots it
And gets
under it.
a little under. In fact, a lot under it.
Here's
that
a
might
shot
be a
I
bank
do like.
shot.
Finally, you know, this is rare. This is a shot I like. I like banking this cross side, but when it goes twice, just
Act like it was planned.
ooh, he almost did it. He almost stole my shot. So Hebbeler has
Hebbeler
the
has a-
opportunity to go up, but like I said, this is a shot you gotta stay down on. I use middle here. A lot of people do a stop shot. I just use middle. I don't elevate at all. I just roll it. I just roll this ball. Good shot. Hebbeler reaches the hill.
If you're going to be the first to a number, that's the second best number to be first to.
Right.
7 is the best, of course.
He's breaking, so that helps. But he's been
His break has not been reliable.
his best friend, no. So
13-7 Rams.
look at that head of hair, man. This guy's like 60 something.
Is he really?
Yeah. Let's see if he switches up his break or still does a cut break from the side. Looks like he's breaking. He's moved it in a little bit, maybe to avoid the scratch. We got to watch the side pocket here.
Kills it dead.
Yeah, he got kicked around, but he did squat it pretty well. It did not make a ball.
Didn't make a ball. Not an easy shot for
Yeah.
Joseph. He's on the rail, straight in.
Shapes on the 2 are pretty easy because it's in front of the side pocket.
Yeah. All he's got to do is make the ball. But I hate. Bivens has said a lot, but I hate having to play off the rail straight.
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I wouldn't use a closed bridge here, that's for sure. I know that sounds weird.
Actually, I'm going to show you the bridge to use for that.
It's not the closed bridge, in my
It
opinion.
is.
You think
Actually,
so?
you can, but there's a trick to it.
It elevates you, and you want to stay flat there, I think, in my opinion.
You don't have to. If you drop down like that,
But why not just use an open bridge if you're
you
doing
can.
all that?
You can do that too. But the key is lock that in like that.
The middle finger?
The middle finger down perpendicular to the table. It gives you a third dimension of stability. Almost
That's
everybody
way too deep for me, to be honest.
almost everybody I teach at too, they give me this look like that's uncomfortable, and then they come back to me 2, 3, 4 weeks later and say, "Dude, that's one of the coolest tricks I've ever been taught."
Right. So Brian misses a bank and kind of sells out the one, but like I said, these guys are being it's good sportsmanship, I guess, but they're being way too chatty, in my opinion.
They have been very cordial.
Joseph is like having full-blown conversations while he's down on a ball with his opponent on the hill. But I will say this, Joseph has put up a good fight considering how many bad rolls he's had. He's had a ton of bad rolls, but he's still in it. It's never over till the last ball goes in. The worst roll that he had of all was me jinxing him, which was completely out of his control. So we got the 2 ball to the 3 to the 4, 5 to the 6 could be a little tricky because it looks like you have to do a thin cut unless you get lucky and get here. The 5 to the 6 could be tricky.
Oh, he's looking about scratching right from the get-go. That might be right where he needed to be.
It makes shape to the 4 easier. You just go to the bottom rail and back up.
If you're not afraid of shooting the 4 across table, you have an opportunity to rustle.
He's looking at the 6 here. I don't think the cue ball should be anywhere near the 6, to be honest. He's looking at a stop shot on the 4 and then seeing his shot on the 5. But even if you use the 8 to help slow down the cue ball, the shot on the 6 is going to be rough. There's decisions here for sure. I almost wouldn't be totally against playing for the 4 in the side where the cue ball's at, and then having the cue ball come down to where he overthought it a little bit. Now he's going to let the other guy deal with it. But you know what I mean? Like, play cue ball down here and just try to play this window between the 6-8.
He's trying to get position on the 4 to play up between the 5 and 8. That's one where I just play the 4 and accept position on the 5 to play defense.
See, it looks like he's going to go down and maybe try mine, or he's going to just stop the cue ball there and then take the thin cut on the 5. But it just seems risky because I don't know how you're going to get on the 6 unless you go up and down table.
Up and down, that's...
You got to avoid the 8. 8's pretty big here.
That's I didn't think there was room for that. Of course.
Maybe he thought he was going to hit the 6 there. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was going to hit the backside of the 8, which would have kept the cue ball around the second diamond up top. But if this ball's froze, this shot's really not that hard. It's just tough to judge where the cue ball's going.
He should be able to hold it good.
I scratch in the corner on this shot. Not to jinx him, but he missed the ball.
He missed the ball, and Brian's going to be... it's not a bad position. Let's see what if I can give a better view.
I mean, he
here.
can thin the top of it, but what can you
It's
do?
not really any better. Let's see, overhead any better. I like that. I like that view.
But I mean, what can you do though, safe wise? You're grazing the top of it. I don't see where you can hide. It looks like he's going for the bank. You win the game if you make the bank here. Oh, he double kissed it and scratched.
Oh, I don't like any part of that shot.
I don't mind the shot. I just think he kind of rushed it.
I
If you make it, you win. So I don't mind it.
I agree, but
I just don't see where he could have hit him though. If he just feathered it,
You're hitting that cue ball with a lot of energy, and so much bad can happen. You're on the hill. You have the pressure. Once you play that shot and don't get out, you allow the opponent to neutralize the pressure that you had on them. You were the first to the hill.
And now,
it's gonna
if
be-
Joseph gets out, he will be breaking on the hill. I hate using closed bridges.
Our first.
Why are you doing it, Steve? Stop.
Our first
Okay,
double
there you go.
match.
Wait till he makes it first.
The
The last time,
I think these tournaments should be won by 2.
nah, I'm okay with just regular. Joseph, the last time he broke scratch, so let's see if he adjusts his break at all.
If most of the players in this tournament play at this level, I'm surprised they let pro players in.
Like, that's kind of like I'm not really a big fan of that comment, because you're not... I'm sure both of these guys have played better, but I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. You know, like at this level, what's that mean? Like, are you saying that they're like below amateur or whatever? Like, I don't know. It's an open tournament; anybody could play. Like, what you're surprised they let pros in? You should be more like, if you think these guys play bad, you should be surprised that they got in it more than the organizers let pros play. But these two guys are capable of playing. Like, they may have gotten a few bad rolls here or there, might have missed a shot or two, but who doesn't, you know? That was a good shot there by Joseph.
There's a lot of people that played in this tournament just for the opportunity to play against a pro player without having to travel a long ways or spend a lot of money.
There's probably...
For $50, they get a chance to not just play in a tournament that a pro player's in, but maybe draw them.
Or just get tournament experience, period. Like, how many... Playing doubles down at the Eagles is only going to get you so far as like advancing your talents, you know? And there's not very many tournaments here, period. So when they come around, you know, if you like playing 9-ball and you have money to spend, hop on in the box.
Jim says that they are way below Skyler. Last night, Skyler was at another establishment playing a 1-2 ring game, and those guys had a ball losing money to them.
Okay, well, Jim Monday says they are way below Skyler. Like, who isn't way below Skyler?
Yeah.
I mean, really, like, half of the players that are going to be playing at the Derby City are going to be way below Skyler when it comes to bar table 9-ball. Like, so that's not a valid comment either. He concedes it, and finally Joseph gets no rolls against him. I mean, outside of Skyler and Fedor and Kevin Wesselman, I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, no one really has that good of a chance of winning. But, you know, they might find lightning in a bottle and beat one of these guys.
I take it that Joseph won that match.
Jim Monday, there's tournaments in Tennessee, they won't let him in. That's not the point. They advertise this tournament as an open tournament, open to anybody. So 2 pros showed up. It's not like they snuck in. 50 pros could have came if they wanted to, you know. So this is just who showed up. In Tennessee, they do have open tournaments where Sky is allowed to play. I'm sure he's allowed to play at the Music City next week, which is an open tournament just like this one. And that's supposed to be the last TV match. And they could have played another one on here, but they decided not to. Kevin, dude, I've had your back. And the only reason I just said that about Skyler, Fedor, and you, because I knew you were in the chat. I was just joking around with you, man. All I'm saying is rewatch both of your matches and see if if I had your back or not.
The table pairings, they already called Brian the table.
Yeah, I heard it. You can hit the stop record button and.
Yep, stop record.